What up, though? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Shells Talk, man. Let's get into it, man. So somebody asked, what's the difference between the east side and the west side of Detroit? To be honest, to me, I'm gonna make this video short. To me, bro, it ain't no difference, to be real, bro. Like, Detroit is Detroit, but we gonna get into like what they say is the difference. So according to most people, the east side is like the grimy side of Detroit. Like, and the east side is like real gutter, like that's where it go down on the east. And east side people, they're a little bit more laid back, a little bit more real, a little bit more, raunchy. But as you can meet the same type of people on the west side. They say the west side a little bit more bougie, flashy. Everybody just flashy, arrogant. You know what I mean? It's just money hungry. But most of Detroit like that to me, you know. The difference between the east and the west, and ain't really too much big of a difference nowadays because everybody is migrating on both sides of the town. Like, you got east side people that move to the west side, you got west side people that move to the east side. It's like everybody moving back and forth now, bro. Like, it's not like how it was back in the day. So back in the day, the east side was like the worst part of town. The east side was like the gutter. You know what I'm saying? Like, east side was just like the worst part of town back in the day. And the west side is where all the Detroit people with money stayed at. You know what I mean? Like, the neighborhoods look good. The neighborhoods look better than they do on the east side, on the west side. So like a lot of people say like, oh yeah, west side people are bougie or they come for money and stuff like that. And oh, they just in the streets just because they trying to prove something. They people got money and they still doing street stuff. Like, that's what people used to say about the west side. But the west side got so many different dynamics though. You got the Dexter and Linwood area, which is like probably one of the, roughest areas on the west side. You got Brightmo, which is one of the roughest areas on the west side. You got Joy Road, which the whole Joy Road is just go down all on Joy. And then you got Finkel until you get to Evergreen. That's when you in Rosedale Park and the neighborhood get good. And then they go right back down because you go from Rosedale Park into Brightmo. So you know how that go if you from Detroit. Then you got Southwest Detroit, which is Mexican Town, Del Rey. There's a lot of Mexican restaurants down there. That's where most of the Mexicans stay at now. Southwest Detroit is being gentrified though. So a lot of people from Southwest Detroit are starting to move to like the Mexicans. They just moving further down to Southwest and they moving into Lincoln Park. But to be real, Detroit is Detroit. Like, most of the people from the west side of Detroit, like the real West Siders, like let's say the West Siders that had money or whatever from back in the day or whatever. When people from the west side want to move up, they move to Oak Park, Michigan, which is right across 8 Mile on the west side, or they move to Southfield, Michigan, or they move to Redford, Michigan. So these are like the three main cities that people from the west side move to. So if you want to be technical, nowadays, the east side and the west side is damn near the same, bro. Southfield and Oak Park is what the west side of Detroit used to be. And Southwest is Southwest. In Novi, cities like Novi and Farmington is what Southfield and Oak Park used to be. So like the west side people, most of the people from the west side, and it took over Southfield, and it took over Oak Park, and it took over Redford. And most of the people from like that was living in Southfield, like the real bougie people, they done moved to Novi, they done moved to Farmington. They got the heck up out of Southfield because too many people from the hood that moved out to Southfield, and too many people from the hood that moved out to Oak Park, and too many people from the hood that moved out to Redford. So all the Redford people are moving to Livonia, Northville, Plymouth, Michigan. Like, they just pushing out further and further. But when it comes to the east side and the west side of Detroit nowadays, to be honest, it's no real big difference, bro. It's the same. The same stuff go down on both sides of town. Both sides of the town get active. Southwest Detroit get active, even though Southwest Detroit is a little bit more gentrified now. It's a little bit more, Caucasians down there. And most of the Mexicans are just starting to move out, even though some of them are holding strong to their community, trying to stay in Mexican town and trying to stay into Del Rey. But most of them, they getting on, bro, because, they making the prices so high in Southwest and downtown Detroit. It's hard for people to even stay down there. So they just got to move further out. You know how gentrification works. But nowadays, ain't no difference between the East and West, bro. It's the same. People still nowadays want to say, you from the West Side, or you from the East Side, or y'all West Side people crazy, or y'all East Side people crazy. All people doing in Detroit is just talk about each other on both sides of town, bro. And it's all the same, bro. Detroit is all the same, bro. If you from here, I'm comfortable no matter what hood I go in the city. Like if I'm on the East, I'm comfortable. I'm on the West, I'm comfortable. Like I'm good. You know, they say the West is still a little bit more bougie than the East. You know, the East is always gonna be rough. The East is the gutter, like for real. It's gutter on the East side. Like you go down on the East for real. But nowadays everything the same. Most of the West Side people now, like they all to move to Southfield and Oak Park and Rifford now. So that's what it is. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Shells Talk, man. Like, comment, subscribe. If you watch this whole video, I appreciate y'all. Just give y'all the breakdown of the city. Nowadays, everything the same. You know, most of the people with money, or like most of the people that just want to get out of Detroit, they just moving far out. Clinton Township, Warren, East Point, Harper Woods. Like everybody just moving. That's where most of the East Siders move to. Just putting y'all up on game. But I'm gonna get at y'all boys. More videos to come. I'm out.